Hey internet friends, in today's video let me show you 3 tricks, 3 bits of audio software for batch audio processing. Especially useful for say making sample packs as I'm doing right now, but even if you don't make sample packs, you'll still find this software useful. Or you'll find it interesting. Behind the scenes, how does it all work? How does all this stuff get made? Let me show you. First of all, Isotope RX. This allows you to batch process audio files, as you can see on screen now. Not only can you batch repair audio or apply plugins or multiple things at once to entire folders full of samples, but you can also do things like normalizing. Imagine if you had to normalize 3,000 samples to -1 dB manually. Imagine how long that would take. Compare that to say using this, the normalize module here. In batch processing, you can normalize an entire hard drive full of samples in one go. That saves many hours of tens of thousands of hours of time, potentially. Hundreds of hours of time. It's also how batch convert to 24-bit or MP3. Again, all in one click by batch processing. Remember, different platforms need the samples in different formats, and so you need to do this. Keep your masters at 32-bit, full quality, and then create different versions for different platforms. Maybe one version of the sample pack at 24-bit, and one at 16-bit, one at -1 dB of headroom, one at 0. Maybe there's no headroom requirements there. You can instantaneously create these different versions with batch processing. Software number 2, batch renaming audio files. For this I use something called Rename It. As you can imagine, this allows me to batch rename audio files in all these different ways. I could say add text to the beginning of the files or the end, or replace text, or add numbers to things to make files looking like this. When I first started making sample packs, I used to do this manually like a complete maniac, literally spending evenings just typing all the words and adding numbers manually one by one and adding the words literally one by one, enter, type down, enter, type down, enter. What a waste of time that was. Luckily, I found some software quite soon after that. So its name is Rename It, and it helps you rename things. They should call it Rename Things. That would be a better name for it. That's actually the first time I've noticed that. They should call it Rename Things, not Rename It. Stupid name, but useful software. Rename It. Batch renaming files. In fact, that's not even just for audio files. That's just files in general. They should call it Renaming Things, e.g. files. That'd be the best name possible. Software number 3 here, Metadata. Metadata, this allows you to batch rename the metadata in audio. Take a look at this. For example, this is the metadata. Now, this isn't that commonly used in sample packs. I mean, it's used some of the time, as you can see here for sample packs, but it's more commonly used for normal audio, songs, for example. Tunes, it's more commonly used for tunes, as you can imagine, but it is used for sample packs, so that's why I use it. Is that wind or the gardeners next door? I'm not sure. It's a noise. Metadata, this allows you to batch rename the metadata, which is, well, if you're doing sample packs properly, that should be something you do. Whilst yes, lots of DAWs like Ableton don't show the metadata, some DAWs do. Hence the need for it. Would not useful, not need, but useful, nice to have. You can add cover art as well. You could add comments. You could say, if you're reading this comment, cool. You could say things like, if you're reading this comment, I think you're great. And brackets, you have DAW or other softwares that reads metadata. You could put that in the comment if you like. I just thought I'd share those bits of wisdom, tricks, knowledge, softwares, because I'm working on a new project. I shall announce this project in a month or so, and you can probably have a guess as to what it's related to from the content of this video and the title. And other such forth insights you can probably glean. And to keep up to date with that and or have a better chance of seeing more of my future videos, click subscribe. That tells YouTube, Multiplyer's cool, I quite might like to see some of his future videos. YouTube will then say, thanks for the hint, I might give you some of these videos in the future, but I might not. You might not need to subscribe to see the videos, but it helps. It's about probabilities and ratios. I mean, YouTube will still only show you the videos of mine that it thinks you'll like. So, but if you subscribe, you're more likely to see those. So click it, boing, and then you're more likely to receive future videos, which would be good. Wisdom knowledge from my brain into yours via the medium of video. I use is that even a shot microphone, and then you're obviously going through the medium of camera. So that's how the knowledge share happens. But yeah, of course, subscribing helps with that.